Hey guys, what's up? This is Matt here on Just for Fun, bringing you some more modern action. This is Combo Slivers. I will not take credit for this original idea. This is actually Tom Ross's idea, but I did tweak it a bit for budgetary and fun purposes. And deck is sweet. I really enjoy playing it. Basically, you've all seen slivers before. You've all seen aggro slivers. This is combo slivers, and it's way more versatile as a deck. It can do a lot of cool things. And, basically, the reason I like the deck so much is that it can go from being an aggro deck to a combo deck. So it has different ways to win, and you can change on the fly, and basically it's very adaptable to what you're playing against, right? So here's how the deck works. There's 20 lands, so low land count. All your cards are fairly cheap, and you have 8 of these mana slivers. So this is really the most important thing, is that you get one of these into play. These are basically Cryptolith Right on a stick. So really excellent card because it ramps you in and of itself. Plus, since 100% of your creatures are slivers, you can make just berserk amounts of mana. As far as the lands of note, very few actual lands: Breeding Pool, Forest, Island, Steam Vent, Stomping Ground. The rest are fetches, so you got to be really careful how you fetch, because you have more fetches than fetchable lands. Sliver Hive, obvious fixer here, and also lets you make a dude, both of which are useful in the deck. Ancient Ziggurat, which is just like, if you don't have these, they're dirt cheap. Pick them up, I swear to God, because I don't see them reprinting this anytime soon, and it's a really powerful and unique effect. I know it's kind of trumped by Cavern of Souls, but Cavern of Souls costs like 30 online. It's just like a ridiculously overpriced card, and this does 9/10 of what you're trying to do with Cavern of Souls. So dude, worthwhile. I think last time I picked these up, they were like 0.3 tickets, something stupid like that. Please pick up Ancient Ziggurat if you don't have it. The fixing is fine. Never have any mana problems because these 8 dudes make all your dudes Birds of Paradise in the first place. And we're only playing 3 colors in the main, which is easy. How does the deck work? So you can go aggro, and the aggro creatures here, we got Gale Rider Sliver, which is just the best 1-drop sliver there is. Screeching Sliver we'll talk about later, but it's another 1-drop. And Virulent Sliver, which puts yet another spin on the deck, lets you win by infect damage, by poison counters. Difference between poisonous and infect. So you don't put -1/-1 on your opponent's dudes, and they don't get 1 counter for each point of damage. They get 1 counter for each hit. However, these stack, so if you have 2 Virulent Slivers in play, all of your dudes do 2 poison damage, and so forth. So you can win with poison out of nowhere, and one way to do that is to give all your dudes flying out of nowhere. So Predatory Sliver pumps the team, which lets you win by aggro damage. So that's one way to do it. Haste, Blur Sliver, and Fireweak all give haste, which are other ways to win by being aggressive, by either poison or actual damage. Now we also have here Summoner's Pact, which you can and Collected Company, which you can try to use to hit whatever you're missing. So let's say you have one of these in play and you need another one to deal lethal poison. You can pack for that. You can pack for Predatory Sliver as like an overrun effect. You can pack for Firewake to give everything haste once you're already going off with a mana dork. The most common thing though is that you're getting Dormant Sliver. So this seems like kind of counterintuitive, because this gives all your dudes Defender, and then they can't attack. So it's like, yeah, this lets me draw, And all of these mean my guys all tap for mana, and one of these means they all tap for mana the turn they come in. So it's kind of like, you know, if you've ever seen Elves and Legacy, how it goes off with Glimpse of Nature, where, you know, you keep playing dudes and they keep drawing and they keep you know, making more mana and so forth, and let you kind of just like vomit a bunch of creatures onto the deck. That's kind of what it does. Now Frenetic Sliver is how you get around a few different things. First of all, the ability looks like just a way to get around removal, which it is. You know, so if somebody targets your creature, you can activate the ability and you have a 50% chance to keep in your creature. So that's kind of cool. And it works well with Dormant Sliver in that if the creature comes back into play, you get another free draw out of it. This also lets you blink out your Dormant Sliver the turn you want to attack. So, you know, if this gives all Slivers Defender, blink it out with this, and then you no longer have Defender, you can attack with everybody. Intruder Alarm just turbocharges the whole effect. So again, if your dudes have haste, and your dudes all make mana, and every time you cast a dude, you draw a card and untap all your guys, you're going to be able to go pretty nuts. Screeching Slivers there is yet another alternate win con. So for some reason your opponent has Ensnaring Bridge or something and you can't get around it, you can actually mill them out by going like, you know, mill you 6, mill you 7, mill you 8, okay, I win. You know, like, it turned, you know, in 3 turns, something like that. With Intruder Alarm, you can go kind of crazy with that too. So, deck is so much fun, so much fun. It was pretty cheap to put together. I really recommend that you sleeve this thing up and give it a shot. You won't be disappointed. It's actually pretty close to being competitive in my view. I mean, it would just need better sideboard, a few main board tweaks. Man, is it fun. If you had the extra Cavern of Souls laying around, you could probably swap those for Ancient Ziggurat. I don't think it's necessary, but you know, if you have them, that's cool too. Anyway, guys, watch the videos, enjoy, like, subscribe, love you, enjoy, peace.